Good evening, everybody. We will call to order the City of Laguna Beach Planning Commission for September 17th. Can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Sadler,
Here.
Commissioner Whiten,
Here.
Commissioner Dubin,
Here.
Chair Pro Tem Goldman, Chair Kellenberg.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order, and then we'll note for the record that Commissioner Goldman is out of the country and attempting to phone in, but is having technical problems. And so his participation may be delayed.
And then, Chair, if I may just add, we have been in contact with Commissioner Goldman, and no members of the public are there looking to participate. He has been directed to reach out to us if there is. But so just for the purposes of the Brown Act, since that address is listed, Commissioner Goldman is physically there right now, and no members of the public are there. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We will now open the public hearing to public communications. If there's anybody in the audience who would like to discuss any items that are not on the agenda, they can come forward at this time. Seeing none, we will close the public hearing, the public communications and public hearing. And we will now move to the consent calendar. Would anybody in the audience like to pull any item from the consent calendar? Seeing none, is there anybody on the commission that would like to pull an item from the consent calendar? Seeing none, we will welcome a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Commissioner Sadler,
Oh, hang on.
We need a motion.
No, wait for the motion in second first.
I move that we approve the consent calendar.
Roll call.
Commissioner Sadler,
Yes.
Commissioner Whiten,
Yes.
Commissioner Dubin,
Yes.
Chair Kellenberg.
Yes. We will now move to public hearings. Seeing there are none, we will now move to item number 6, other business. Is there other business?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I have just a couple of updates to report to the Planning Commission. First is that we currently do not have any items scheduled for your October 1st, 2025 meeting, and therefore your next meeting will be the October 15th regular meeting. Secondly, I did want to follow up on an email that I had sent to the Planning Commission recently regarding some changes in the Planning Division. So I will be transitioning out of my role as the staff liaison to the Planning Commission. I will say it's been both my personal and professional pleasure to serve you in this capacity. It's been a great experience for me. And thank you for tolerating me. It's been truly wonderful and memorable. And with that, I'm also excited to announce that Samantha Beyer, one of our principal planners and currently an acting planning manager, will be stepping in as the staff liaison to this commission. Although she has only been with the city since January of this year, she's proven herself as a real leader in the department. I've noticed that the staff go to her for both mentorship and technical assistance with their projects. She is a key part of the leadership team, and I want to make sure that we are making the highest and best use of her talents, and I know she will serve this commission very well. I will also mention that stepping into this position, one of the things that any individual would struggle with is the institutional knowledge that often surfaces at the hearings. And what I would ask the Planning Commission to do is, if as you are reviewing your staff reports in preparation for your meeting, if there is a question that you suspect may require either institutional knowledge or a bit of staff research time, please do contact Samantha as well as the project planner prior to the hearing, if at all possible, so that we can be prepared to answer your questions at the meeting and you can make the most informed decisions possible. And with that, I will ask Samantha if she has anything she'd like to add.
And thank you, Anthony. Well, I definitely appreciate the warm welcome. I've been really I appreciate being able to work with our planning staff and be able to present projects to the planning commission and be able to support them as they do that. And now I'm looking forward to supporting your team as well. All right, thank you for having me.
Well, welcome to the Planning Commission.
Yeah.
We look forward to working with you, and you have some big shoes to fill, but it sounds like he's going to be at your back, so.
Definitely, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. So you will be sitting there
Very soon, yes.
on October 15th.
We haven't talked about that yet.
To be determined.
Oh,
We do want to set her up for success. So we will play it by ear for now. I think it will be partially dependent on the projects, some of which have been in the pipeline for quite some time, how those play out in terms of scheduling. But the plan is between now and the end of the year, my seat will be filled by Samantha.
Thank you.
Great.
And yes, I will continue to be in attendance, so
Welcome.
we should not have any additional gaps.
So Anthony, what is your new role then? Can you disclose that or?
Part of my responsibilities will include working on city council matters more closely than I have been in the past. For the last few months, I have been doing a bit of double duty, working on both city council appeals and other items that go before city council, in addition to my regular duties with the planning commission. At present, the acting deputy director for the planning division, overseeing the day-to-day operations of the division. And so we're going through quite a bit of internal restructuring. We have some open positions that we're looking to fill. And so it's an exciting time in the division. Looking forward to building up the team. And right now, we'll say we have a really great leadership team. If you haven't already met Bill Rodriguez, the planning manager that's overseeing the design review board, he's also been an excellent recent addition to the team. So we are all excited for what's to come.
So is Matt is still the current community development director? Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah.
Is he going to become, because that was sort of an interim position, is he going to hold that position permanently, or is there still a search for a community development director? Or?
He has already accepted the permanent
Okay.
director position. So that interim title has dropped off and now
Okay.
he is the director.
Okay, good.
so then the team would be Matt, Bill, you, and Samantha, the leadership team.
We will also be adding a deputy director to oversee the building division.
Uh-huh. Okay, so that would be a fifth person.
Correct. And then we have a code enforcement supervisor overseeing that division as well. Lillian Irish, I think you are all familiar with her.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations, Samantha and Anthony.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
I'm just curious, is there any update on the Hotel Laguna?
So from a city perspective, in terms of the bankruptcy case, when we recall last time, or not the last meeting, but the last time I was here, that case was dismissed. The last I checked, and I apologize for not knowing the date off the top of my head, there has been a private action filed by one of the lenders for Hotel Laguna. And I believe the next hearing date, as I said, is either October 1st or maybe the 6th, somewhere around there. And I believe that is, they're looking to get control over it and, try to, maybe not foreclose on it, but something to that extent.
Wow.
The saga continues.
Yeah.
Correct.
And is that just the Hotel Laguna or the whole portfolio?
So for that one, and once again, the last time I kind of checked on this was immediately in the aftermath of the bankruptcy dismissal. The case that I'm talking about is only for the Hotel Laguna. I have not been made aware, but that doesn't mean they don't exist, of other individual cases for the other portfolio of properties that were subject to the bankruptcy case.
Is the Pacific Edge coming our direction anytime soon?
Yes, currently we expect the hearing will be held on October 15th.
Okay, wow, okay.
What other, are there any other big projects you think we might hear before the end of the year?
You do have an item on the South Laguna Fire Station that's coming to you soon. Just to refresh everyone's memories, the City Council did approve that project, and what's coming before you is not a matter for approval, but it's an opportunity for both the Planning Commission and the general public to provide feedback to the city manager on certain elements of the project, specifically landscaping improvements and exterior building color and finishes.
Yeah, materials.
And that's likely the only,
We have that item, 1110 Glenary Street, which is that Chris Abel building on the corner of Oak Street. That is coming back to you quite soon.
What time's the trial?
October 15th is the date for that item.
I think
And
this
we-
will be number 4.
Was that number 4?
Which of course is not an indication one bit whatsoever on the merits of the project
No, of
when you
course not.
guys hear it in the future.
Of course.
We'll be looking forward to a fresh look.
And that's the current forecast of more significant projects now through the end of the year, but there may be other projects that will be ready for hearing prior to year's end.
Is the fact that it's a little quieter over the next month somewhat due to the streamlining process? I mean, are there items that would have come to the planning commission that now are being done administratively?
I wouldn't attribute it to that. I think it's more so just the life cycle of the projects that we work on and how difficult it is to really predict when projects will be ready. Sometimes they align such that we have several projects that are ready to take to public hearing around the same time. And there are other times of the year where we just find ourselves with a few gaps. And it's at those times that we might be able to devote more energy to other projects that we are working on in the division, whether that's advanced planning efforts. The design review board, just given the volume of work on that side, is always quite busy. The planning commission matters a little less so.
It seems like a year ago, we were doing more policy, zoning code, ADUs. There was a whole series of regulatory and policy things that we were spending a lot of time on, and that seems to have quieted down.
Yes, and that will pick up at some point. We have kicked off the comprehensive zoning code update, and so we will be holding hearings in the future as that item progresses. There are other projects that are also in the works. I will say for the last 6 to 12 months, we have been making a very concerted effort on clearing out the quote unquote current planning application backlog, which with the metrics that we're using, we have been successful in that regard, in that we generally are turning around our application reviews in 30 days or less in almost every case at this point. And so as we move further and further away from, that crunch time period that we were dealing with, and also adding new team members to the organization and getting them to a point where they are past the initial learning curve and are performers on the team, I think we'll see certain things pick up. That'll include certain advanced planning efforts.
Any other business? I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
To the October 15th, 2025 meeting.
I move that we adjourn to our next scheduled planning commission meeting on October 15th, 2025.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner Sadler,
Yes.
Commissioner Whiten,
Yes.
Commissioner Dubin,
Yes.
Chair Kellenberg.
Yes. Adjourned.
Aye, aye.